to see you.
Chris?
Mom.
Long time no see.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming.
No more freebies, Red. You want the supplies? You need to put aside your difference with Phillips.
Yeah, I'm done playing soldiers for him. You should be too. Come on, Chris. But don't tell me you're still falling for his BS. Especially after what happened to Jason.
Don't bring my son into this. Look, you know how I feel about Phillips, but he's right about one thing. This is a war.
The general's just clinging to the glory days. There's no chief left to hail to. Not that I'd want to.
Look, I get it.
No, you don't. Okay, we're surviving here. Rebuilding.
Surviving's not enough. You got to fight.
Now, we don't need to do anything. All right, when was the last time you saw written in any numbers?
Mondays.
No shit.
Hey, I got this. On second thought.
Welcome to the team.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the, Back for Blood review that nobody asked for. Now, there's been a lot of reviews out there comparing this game to a lot of other games, such as Left 4 Dead, which is the really only comparison you can make. And, I mean, they're not wrong, but they're also not really right at the same time. And this is, of course, my opinion. You can voice your own in the comments, or, just straight up dislike the video. Not like it really matters anymore since they took the dislike button away, but we won't talk about that. Yeah. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about with this game is how unique it is, because the game itself it's a fun game. Would I say that it's a improvement on Left 4 Dead? No, not by any means, because Left 4 Dead was its own game. Of course, I'm a huge Left 4 Dead fan. I love Left 4 Dead. I played it a ton. I played Left 4 Dead 1. I, of course, posted Left 4 Dead 1 content. And then same with Left 4 Dead 2. I have hundreds, if not thousands, of hours in Left 4 Dead 2. Not on the PC version, of course, but on the console version when I was playing that with my friends. Scavenge mode, versus mode, all that. Playing survival, all that. And this game, though fun on its own, it still has a long way to go before it hits that feeling for me anyway. For some, it's already hit that. Oh, I love this. It's amazing. It's Left 4 Dead 3. For some, it's already hit that. For me, it's not there. It's very lackluster. There's some things about it that I don't like. There's a lot that I like. Let's go with the things that I don't like, because there is a lot that I don't like, but some of it is unique to this game. Not really unique to this game, I should say. Let's start with the biggest thing that I don't like, and that's the card system. This is just me personally. I know to a lot of people, card systems are a great way to customize your character, make your character your own. You can do so many things with a card system. Me personally, I do not like card systems. The way that you can customize classes and everything, I would prefer a perk. The way that perks work and such, I prefer that way of doing it. The way that Back 4 Blood does it is a little bit different than some other card systems. But more or less it's the same. And with every character, and I told multiple people this before Back 4 Blood even came out, before I was even allowed to play in the beta. There's going to be, or I called that there was going to be a meta deck for every single character. And sure enough, on release, there's a meta deck for every character. Sure, you can play Doc with, a deck to boost her weak point damage, but you're not really getting the best effect for using her. And then you can play Walker with a boost for healing with him and trauma resistance, but again, you're not getting the best effect for using him either. So, there's a meta deck to use with every character, and you can still, there's like one or two cards that you can throw in there to customize it yourself, as in, like the Lucky Pennies card for more copper. You don't have to run that card. I think I'm running it just for because it basically ruins the economy, if I remember correctly, from what I heard. Maybe I'm thinking about a different card. I don't really remember. It was a while ago since I saw that video. But there's so many cards in the game. I think there's like 150 some cards, something like that, and they're spread out with so many things. You got, I think the starter card for this deck that I'm using currently is a shotgun boost, where it boosts the damage and ammo capacity. I'm sure if you guys were paying attention, you saw exactly what it does. And it's a great card to have, you know, if you run shotguns. It's not the card that I want to use. In fact, later on, after I play through the 4 segments here, you will see exactly what card I want, because I'll kind of highlight it. And it's the card where you can have 2 primaries instead of a primary and a secondary, and I prefer that card. And unfortunately, it has like the debuff where it lowers your swap speed by 25% or something like that. But anyway, that's too much information. Don't want to go into that. The cards have their debuffs and buffs, and you know, so on and so forth. The biggest thing that I don't like about the card system, like I said, is that there's meta decks. And for those of you who don't know, a meta deck is a deck that is specifically the best deck to use for that character. For example, Jim here gets a stacking bonus for every precision kill. It's 2.5 damage. Yeah. And then he gets a weak point bonus too. I think it's 10%, something like that. And so with him, using a deck that focuses on weak point damage, especially team weak point damage, is very, very effective. But if I were to use, say, a deck like I used with an example with Walker, where I built for trauma resistance and healing, sure, I'd be a great healer. Not really the best healer, but I would be a good healer. I'm not going to say great, but I'd say good healer.
Let's go.
But I'm not going to be using Jim to his full potential. Now, if I threw that healing deck on Doc, for example, who can already heal her teammates for 25 health once every level, and then, you know, you buff that by the trauma resistance, and I think she has another trauma resistance buff, and she has so many medical buffs because she's Doc, she's the healer. It's just, you see what I'm getting at. There's these meta decks that are you're meant to use. And again, you don't have to use them. It's completely up to you. You have 150 cards to choose from. So it's completely up to you how you want to play your game. It's your game. You play it how you want to. But if you're going to be in a multiplayer setting, which this game forces you to play in, might I add, then people are going to be kind of pissed at you if you're running Doc with a weak point build, or if you're running Jim, who's a weak point focused character, and you're running him with a healing build. It's just kind of, you're not going to be very effective. Now, let's get on to the second point that I don't like about this game. And these are improvements that might be made later. So I should add that I'm making this on the 11th of January, 2022. So these might be made later. I'm not going to say anything else to that, you know. For all I know, someone who views this in February, or if they never view it, or what have you. The other thing that I hate is that it forces you to play online. Now, I'm playing the offline mode, which there still is progression in the offline mode. But using Left 4 Dead as an example, is you can set up a private match with your friends You know, so if you only want to play with one friend, you only have one friend online. Or say you have only two friends online, so there's only three of you. Something like that. It makes it so you don't have to get one random person to join. Now, I know there's glitches out there where you can, you know, not have that one random join, you know, something like that. But that's extra stuff that you have to do. With Left 4 Dead, you could just hit play with friends and load up a private game, select your campaign, and play. With this, it's, you know, they join on you, and then you select the campaign, then you hit play, and if you don't have enough people, then it has to do a matchmaking session. And then if it finds a random person, it finds a random person. And you better hope that they're happy with the map that they got, or they're probably going to leave, which is good if you just wanted it to be you guys on a bot, or, you know, so on and so forth, because you know not everyone's going to be happy, and you know how randoms play. But that's another discussion for another time. Let's see, what else do we got here? Those are really the two major things that I don't like about this game. Let's get into the things that I do like about this game and see if I can think of anything else to nitpick, because, you know, as when you start getting into the finer details, it's like, oh, you know, there's this little tiny detail, but, you know, I don't really like nitpicking, but we'll see what we can nitpick later. Just to be a little picky. But things that I like: weapon selection. There is a huge variety of weapons in this game. You got your assault rifles, your submachine guns, pistols, and there's not just, you know, semi-automatic pistols. There's the two auto pistols, which is the Tech 9 and the Glock 23 auto. I think it's the Glock 23. Then there's all the equipment you can have. The pipe bombs, the Molotov, the grenade, there's all that. Then, you know, just the huge variety, the huge arsenal you can have. And it makes the game have huge variety in playing, because you could have one player run a sniper build for whatever reason. I mean, you're kind of going to be up close and personal 90% of the time, so running snipers with long barrels and all that, I don't know why you would, but hey, there might be times. And then get your shotgun people and assault rifles, and then there's different weapon attachments. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, which I think they were talking about fixing. I'm not too sure if they were or were not. The weapon attachments. You cannot demount the attachments. I mean, I don't know about you, but if you put a weapon attachment on a gun, can't you take it off? If I put a scope on an assault rifle, can't I, you know, just simply unscrew bolts and put them on a different one? Just me? No? Okay. But anyway, that's nitpicking something else. I mean, you know, you find when the yellow legendary items like the stock, for example, and you want to swap it over to your um, epic assault rifle that you just picked up. But you can't because it's, for some odd reason, welded to the other rifle that you just dropped.
Try not to get bitten again. I really.
So I don't know. I don't know why they have it like that. But hey, that's how they made it. To each his own.
Thanks, Mom.
Stand still. Let me patch you up. See that?
I'll take that. Just a scratch.
Then let's see what else. Oh yeah, characters. There are 8 characters to choose from, I believe. I think there's 8. Pretty sure. And they all have their own little abilities and what they work best with, and you know, their own little things. So I prefer the weak point or the weak spot exploiters like Jim and Walker. Jim is the actual weak spot user, but Walker is the damage dealer. He has a plus 10% damage boost, or is it just plus 10? Something like that. And then oh man, there's just I don't even remember each character's ability. I think right at the end, after I run through all the little chapters here, I show off the characters and their abilities. And yeah. Then let's see. Oh yeah, the variety of specials as well. There's 9 of them in total. Is it 9? Or is it 12? It's 12. Wait. 3 of the tall boys. 3 of the stalkers. I think it's 9.
Need to move.
Yeah, it's 9. And I mean, it's a good variety. I'm not gonna say it's a bad variety. I like the variety. They're reminiscent of the Left 4 Dead specials, with their own little twist to them. There's some that are a little bit useless, I'll say, but they're not really useless. Like the Stinger, for example. It's not useless, it's weak. And if you know how to use it, like if you're playing Versus and you know how to use it, it can be very devastating. But for example, if you're playing in solo on Recruit, Stinger is pretty bad. The Hawker is extremely annoying. And then, you know, just, they're all pretty just annoying in general, to be honest. I think the worst one is the Reeker, I think it is, because it has no weak point at all. So it's pretty hard to take down. Even though they have low health, they're still hard to take down because they have health and they don't have a weak point. And that was the other thing that people complain about this game is the balance of the specials and all that. I don't really know what they mean by the balance. I know when you're playing like against the AIs anyway, it seems pretty okay to me. However, in say versus, I can see how it can be pretty unfair at times. Like if you guys coordinate your attack and everything. But then again, that's exactly how it was in Left 4 Dead. I mean, I remember multiple occasions where me and my friends were able to eliminate an enemy scavenge team before they even left spawn on the dead center map because of the team we had. And I don't know. Does that mean that Left 4 Dead specials were unbalanced? I don't think so. But I don't know. So overall, I mean, just there's people that have a bad opinion about this game and a good opinion. I like the game as it stands. There's a lot of improvements that I think it needs to make. For example, making a private match so your friends can play, where you don't have to make a public thing and join or have a random play with you, or two randoms, or play offline by yourself. I don't really, I don't like that, but that's just me personally. And I think a lot of people can relate to, if they've played this game, where they're trying to do certain things like get by the what are they called? The
We're gonna be fish in a barrel.
I want to call them sirens, but I'm pretty sure that's not what they're called. The ones that scream and alert everything. I don't think they're called screechers either. Oh man, it's been a minute since I played this game, to be honest. But anyway, when you're trying to get by them and either the one or two randoms that you're with just straight up alert them for no reason and then end up getting you killed by a horde, that's always a fun experience. Or alert a horde before you're even ready for it, you know, start a quick time event before you're ready for it, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's things like that that randoms do. And then when you're doing bad, or, you know, they hit half health and they're like, man, this team sucks, I don't like this, they just straight up leave the game for no reason. They just leave. Screw the entire team over. It's pretty good. Had it happen multiple times. So I don't like playing with randoms. That's a whole nother discussion though. Let's see. Back to the whole comparison thing. Do I think this game deserves to get compared to Left 4 Dead? No. This game is its own game in general. It's a good game. It has potential. It should be given a fair shot, and people should not judge by what other people are saying about this game.
Jim, I know you're proud of your physique, but no one wants to see it from the inside.
Excuse me.
This might hurt.
Thank you, sir. Gotta take care of this.
I personally
Could use that.
am enjoying this game. I've played it for a couple days now, not including the open beta. What I played of that, what I could play of it, I should say. I had terrible time connecting with friends and playing with them. I think we were only able to play like half of the beginning chapter. Let me think here. Overall, in my opinion, I think Left 4 Dead is better. But then again, it's been out longer. They've had time to improve upon a game. When Left 4 Dead first came out, it was in a different time, and the current way to release a game is release it in an unfinished state and fix the bugs later. And unfortunately, that's not what games are in right now. Right now, they're in the we'll fix it out, or we'll fix it after it's been released and after people complain about certain things. And I'm sure back on release there were issues in Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. I was around during the release. I actually got Left 4 Dead 2 on release, and I don't remember there being that many issues. Then again, I kind of looked at the game with rose-colored glasses. I religiously played Left 4 Dead 1, and I think I got every single achievement before the this was before the survival update came out. Yeah. And then when I got my own Xbox, because I was playing on a friend's Xbox, then when I got my own Xbox and I got Left 4 Dead 2, I played that day in, day out, non-stop. And I got all the DLCs for it, everything. Then when I got my first gaming PC, I bought Left 4 Dead 2 PC, and again, non-stop, just played it on here too. It's one of those games where I love it. And comparing this game to that game is completely unfair to Back 4 Blood. Because this game is good. And I do enjoy playing it. And it doesn't deserve all the hate that it's been getting. In some cases it does, though, I'll be honest. Because in some cases it is a, I don't want to say crappy game, but for lack of a better word, crappy game. because there's just some parts that make it a crappy game.
Let's get out of here.
This is Hope One. If you're all quite through playing around, you need to get your
But
asses back here now.
that's just my overall opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong either. That's for everybody else to form their opinion with. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my rant about this game. I hope you will give this game a fair shake, you know, look it over, check out the graphics, because I mean the graphics are amazing, obviously. The cutscenes look great. It's a good looking game. It's a fun zombie shooting game. I'd consider it in the Left 4 Dead style, you know, following World War Z, following Aliens, Fireteam Elite, following, you know, all those types. You know, the 4-person co-op zombie shooter, alien shooter, however you want to say it. And that's where that shines. That's where that's at. And it's a good game. It's fun to play. And if you enjoy watching gameplay on it, or if you have played it and you didn't like it, try playing it again without thinking it's Left 4 Dead, without thinking it's supposed to be Left 4 Dead 3. Just think of it as a new zombie game. You know, like World War Z, like Aliens Fireteam Elite, like, you know, like those. Just in the Left 4 Dead style, without being a Left 4 Dead. Without being a Left 4 Dead. Because it's not Left 4 Dead 3. Because the infected are different, the game is completely different. It's managed differently. It's got like a game master system that randomizes the way that the game plays, and it's fun. It's fun to play. It's fun to look at. What the? Y'all get to see my background. Y'all didn't miss much though. Carly just got tackled. It's fine. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, after this cutscene, you'll get to see me walking around Fort Hope and showing you different things, as well as that card and the Ridden, some of the specials, actually all the specials, and the skills for the survivors. So yeah, please take care. Stay safe out there, everybody.
Very well.